Let's talk politics. And the battle lines have been drawn in the Democratic Party, with voters still split between Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. Sanders won the state of Colorado, so why is the governor of the state of Colorado still supporting Hillary Clinton? It would be great if Governor John Hickenlooper was actually here, and he is, because he's got a brand new book out. It is called The Opposite of Woe, My Life in Beer and Politics. Governor, good morning to you.
Good to see you.
Real pleasure to have you. Thank you very much. So explain that. Bernie won your state, but you're still backing Hillary.
Well, you know, the idea of superdelegates, which goes back 30, 40 years, is to take the people that have been in office and have a broader perspective.
Yourself.
Like
You're
myself.
a superdelegate.
Right, I'm a superdelegate. And the idea is that we look at it from a longer view and say, all right, we've been in office. We know that you need to know how to hire people, run a big, complex enterprise, that we're supposed to add stability. And I think that's what we're doing.
Yeah, but what about the will of the people? I mean, if the state comes out and they say, we like Bernie better, and then you're at the other side and going, you know, I like her better, to some it looks like, oh, the party insiders are trying to exert their control.
No, this has been the rules for 30 or 40 years, and Senator Sanders, no one else tried to change it. The bottom line is that if we have a caucus system. So a fraction of the Democrats actually vote.
Yeah.
And the idea is that the superdelegates add stability and add perspective to what otherwise would be a very small number of people deciding who the candidate is.
Now, are you on the Hillary train because of the fact, I read a story that said you are one of her top 5 picks for vice president, so.
Well, if you were to, when you get a chance and read that book, no one would put their whole candid life story in a book like that and use that as an audition for vice president. I've got the best job in the world. Colorado, in the top 1 or 2 or 3 for jobs and quality of life and places to raise a family. And, we're trying to be a national model. I don't have time to be thinking of running off to foreign
Governor,
cities like Washington.
That's what people always say before they're asked. If she asked you, you'd say, sure, I'd love to, right?
Well, to do something on a national level would be a great honor. But I think the bottom line for me is, how can I do the most good? And I think in Colorado, I probably have more leverage, we're doing workforce development stuff out there with apprenticeship and, using LinkedIn to set up a whole platform by which kids can really track and take responsibility for their job careers. It's fun.
And you got your hands full.
Well, I got my hands full. I look at Hillary, and I think Hillary, of any of the candidates, really the only one who's actually had all the experience you probably need to be president.
And her greatest achievement as in her life history is, in your regard, what?
I think that she has again and again reflected the ability of someone to get up and focus on what she thinks is important. So making sure that kids who are from low-income families get health insurance back in the early 1990s, that was that was a tremendous achievement.
Let's talk about your book, My Life in Beer and Politics. You were a brewmaster.
Well, I was a geologist, and our company got sold. I got laid off. There were no jobs, so we ended up opening this brew pub. And it's funny, service industry, restaurants are a lot like politics. You never have enough capital. You got a diverse group of people to make into a great team, and the public's always ticked off about something.
Paid for drinking beer. Now, explain this beer bottle, The Opposite of Woe.
So my partner bought me out, but this is the Opposite of Woe is a special bottle. You can't buy this, but he made it just to celebrate the book, the publishing date of the book.
That's fantastic.
It's pretty good. It's an IPA, so it's got high hops, and people forget. We now have over 4,000 breweries in the United States, over 320 in the state of Colorado.
Are you leaving that bottle here?
This is a gift.
Okay. It's going to be noon in about 4 hours. All right. Governor, we thank you very much for joining us.
Good to see you.
Once again, the book is called The Opposite of Woe, My Life in Beer and Politics. Governor, thank you.